Так, раз, два, три. Что ж, всех приветствую. Снова, дорогие гляделки, зрители новой стороны ее личности. Микрофон все по-прежнему я на Твиттер. Это, снова ночной геншин, да. Что неудивительно, что и судя по названию, вот. Судя потому, что я снова включил этот плойку, да. Да, я подрубил, конечно же, еще вот этих аватариков, то есть стрим аватарс, которые есть только на Твиче. Вот. Типа, проверь, как буду с ним, как будет все с ними, если они будут мешаться. Ну, при игре в Genshin, то окей. Беру, если нет, то оставлю. Так, ну пока что Genshin грузит. Хочу проверить еще одну вещь. Можно по факту сейчас... окей. Ой, не то. Да, наверное, так сделаю. Я столько подниму звук, когда захватывал. Вот. Еще одну вещь проверю. Пока они начали. Угу. Окей, все нормально тогда. Ну, в принципе, учитывая, какое здесь оформление на PS4, то, в принципе, не мешают эти аватарики. Так что все ок. Да, я так сделаю. Во, попросить можно было. Здесь семена, соберите. Да, кстати, 45-й ранг-то я не так не повысил. Я думаю, оставить пока что это до других времен. Вот. Великих руками. То есть это все задание мира у меня. Да, кстати, по поводу отряда. Сменить. Сейчас хочу брать.
Just what will we come across this time?
Ready when you are.
I charge a higher rate to meet outside the office.
Я могу как-то.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Да пока можно было перетаскивать их всех.
I think this is pushing it.
Вот. А тут не знаю. Странно сделали, но окей. Там, кстати, сундук лежит. Ну, по факту на этом стиме, конечно, мы будем сюжетку проходить также. Но также мы будем здесь это взять и изучать и другие вещи.
Don't blink.
Lucky day.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Ha, my blade. Say no more.
Speed of light. Yeah, got lucky that time.
Boom.
Это что, они типа фейерверки только
Don't
пускают?
blink.
Ай-яй-яй.
Say no more.
Wind blade.
To the fairy. Dodge this.
With sword comes shadow. Speed of light. I
Найс. Давайте там побили.
quietly.
Boom.
Cool it. Don't get frostbite.
To the fairy. I've got the upper hand.
Wind blade.
Это не сторону, как я вот ударите. Эй.
Incinerate.
Freeze.
Ну все ради обычного сундука, но... Типа, да,
Quite
прикольно,
the
но...
find.
Нельзя, кстати, чтобы где-то там таскать этот ключ.
Fascinating.
Привет, Даша. А почему? А почему аватарика нету? Во. появился на аватарик. По-моему, тут, кстати, была где-то клетка с собачкой. Если не путаю я острова. Да, вот она.
What's the hurry?
Я могу тебя освободить? А нет, не могу.
Dodge this.
Сейчас пробуем. Факту, если я вот так сделаю.
Prepare to be blown away.
А, нет, если ничего не произойдет. На самом деле.
Freeze.
Motion to compel. Breath of the flame.
А, какой-то стич слишком огромный. Сейчас. Ой, о чем я так? Ну, я заметил. Не, сейчас это открою на телефоне. Хочу посмотреть, что кто-нибудь вообще. Сейчас мне ВБС не понять. Как-то отправиться на стриме. Если откручу на время, хочу. Могу что сделать. Да, мы поменьше стали. Так, стоп, процесс. Ладно, ставлю такс. Чё, ВК сейчас. Ну, 116 очков, ну... 116, 154, 137. Стандарт этого. Если это, конечно, не боты, то окей. Но по факту вначале все это в основном как-то простовато бывает. Ну, в онлайновых играх. Ну, типа мобы или не мобы.
Incinerate.
Cool it.
Windblade.
Finally, No.
Блин, тут либо где-то ключ должен быть рядом. Либо я не знаю, потому что я хочу освободить эту собачку. просто не дают ее освободить. Мне все-таки цел был установить, но у меня, походу, ничего нету. Надо сдавать монетки, что там? Там, в принципе, просто зажимаешь. Вообще, по факту, если... рисовка где? Кстати, может быть, тут где-то ключик будет. Геншин. Ключик. Это знаешь, что значит? Это значит то, что мы собачку сейчас освободим. Ну, это как бы Геншин с плойки. То есть я решил с плойки постримить. Вольный пес. О, на стирание даже дали. Вот потому что с плойки, ну, меньше подлагивания. Освободите Тора-Тора. А, Тора-Тара. Лайка? Нет, это не лайк, это, по-моему... Хотя, может, и похоже на нее. Но по факту тут есть какая-то порода собак в Геншине. То есть такая, типа... как там? Сибаину, что ли? Хатика. Ну... Может быть. Ну, можно сказать то, что там как... Это... Это провокация. Или что? Кстати, а где сам это... сам Фрай? Угу. Время по-тюменски 4:17 получается. А чего, не спишь тогда? Стоп, а где? Работа?
Incoming.
Нифига себе, 20 стов и столько нам дали. А, вот теперь я могу это... Кстати, Сакура на виде дракона, что ли? Это интересно. А, это да. Это уже на себя подрубил эту штуку, чтобы смотреть, как это ВК, как ВК отправляет. Точнее, как насколько быстро ВК сообщает о Твиче. Вот типа этого.
Speed of light.
Вот. Просто как помню, там сначала и ВК отправляет уведомление, потом YouTube, и потом к видео задержкой. Вот. Приглашение в издательство. Приз 5К, либо игра на выбор, а вот идеи пиши в комментах. Идеи. Это да. Кстати, могу показать, какие по факту персонажи есть. Вот. А, вообще, я начал играть в Genshin, получается, весной этого года. То есть вот у меня, а, то есть как только вот подарили мне плойку, вот, ну, по факту как, типа, купили, ну, подарили, ну, суть одна и та же, она у меня появилась, вот. А я начал играть, то есть скачал Genshin наконец-таки, потому что я не смог нормально скачать себе на ПК Genshin, когда был а, сентябрь 2020 года, вот, когда он только вышел, вот. То есть я играл, мне типа дико зашло, но только управление с помощью геймпада это немножко было непривычно. Ам, Не, ну, мне чисто нравится вот Хутао, вот, Кицин. Ну и пара тут есть также персонажей. О, кстати, вот Милой, которая это с игры из PS4, вот. На по миру. Вообще, если смотрите, какая карта огромная, то ам, если вот еще часть мира, вот. Ну и здесь еще не открыты острова, на которых я не был. И, грубо говоря, я начинал... То есть я на плойке играл вот... Кажется, вот эту всю локацию проходил. И где-то вот... Это получается вот до отсюда. А дальше я вот там уже где-то вот эту часть, где курсор именно показывает, я ходил, изучал, по-моему, на ПК. Или также на плойке, по-моему, ходил. Не помню. Вот. Но я так иногда бывает то на ПК, то на плойке. Как бы профиль один и тот же. Вот, так что... Типа... хоть так могу. Так, ну давай по сюжету, наверное, пройдемся, потому что... телепорт все открыты у меня. Вот. Хотя можем сгонять в одно место. Это вот здесь. Эта штука. Все равно всем слушаю. Ну, тут, кстати, есть одно место сейчас. Как раз таки хотел зайти вот туда. В Шигар мире. Ну... Это как посмотреть. Не, как бы спорить против этого нельзя, но... Но все равно. То есть... кому-то нравится, кому-то нет. Вкусовщина. Вот. Ну, современные люди, они, которые там любят, то есть, которые, типа, всем понятны, которые любят строить, это они какой-нибудь там, не знаю, Скарб Механик, Майнкрафт, Террария, что еще там, какие-нибудь еще выживалки там, то есть такие песочницы они выберут, вот. Вот, в общем, это, можно так сказать, моя личная хата, точнее, мой личный домик здесь. Который находится в чайнике. Вот тут у меня котейки. Вот. 3 котейки, по идее, где-то. Вот 2 собачки. А вот серая котейка, я не понимаю, где она. Куда у меня подевалась еще одна котейка? Вот она на лесенке сидит. Да, не вопрос, я тут все равно сейчас немножко покажу, если кто-то еще сидит здесь на стриме. А что-то вообще у меня в чайнике творится. Потому что я, по-моему, не показывал, как у меня выглядит чайник. Вот, в общем, такая вот локация, которая находится в маленьком... Сейчас покажу. Ну, не так, помню. Которая находится вот в таком чайнике. То есть это все пространство, да.
Maybe.
Что там по уровню доверия у меня? О, сколько у меня прям монет этих. Декора могу изготовить. Могу, но не совсем, да.
If you ever have it.
Здесь тоже ничего нету. Обидно то, что здесь я больше не могу вроде как ничего строить, если, конечно, не повышу. Ну, уровень доверия в чайнике. Если у меня будет лимит на постройку еще пару декораций. Но печально то, что я за счет вот этого чайника я немножко трачусь в плане ресурсов. Если какие-нибудь это каменные и... Да, каменные постройки, там, не знаю, какой-нибудь прудик, либо колодец, либо какой-нибудь там, не знаю, котел, то там требует железа и ну и еще что-нибудь, по-моему, да. Это не есть хорошо. Можно с чаном 9 разговаривать, он мне даст 50 тысяч мора. Давайте, наверное, так и сделаем. И так делаю немножко. По-моему, получится... Где-то вот здесь. Да, вот здесь. Блин. Также мне нравится тоже, что курсор немножко нельзя нормально его двигать. Могли бы делать, не знаю, статичную карту бы. Кстати, мне интересно, могу что-то в настройках настроить кнопки, графика, размытие, ультра. Да, гроза и до нас сюда добралась. А вот он, чат 9. Ряд 9 читает письмо из издательства «Новый Яс».
I swear I'll reclaim my lost fortune.
Да, фух, я открыл карту. Окей, теперь нам нужно найти время и найти одного человечка. Как там у него? Джон Янь, что ли? Сейчас там будет сказано, как его зовут. По факту это псевдоним, по-моему.
The sun is out.
А,
Our work's done for the day.
Джин Юй, да.
Shall we take a stroll?
Знаете, я тут научился нормально таки подниматься, но есть такие вот места.
So, are you buying or not? So, are you buying or not?
Угадай, кто? Все же, ну типа мы знаем, да, то есть кто такой Джин Юй. И по факту это задание мира проходило на другом профиле. Вот, поэтому я так и знаю, что и как.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to.
Так, теперь нам надо снова в Иназуму идти. Ой, Иназума, Иназума. Кстати, сколько Иназума у меня уже изучено? 28%, ну не густо, не густо. А зато тут, в принципе, учитывая то, что тут именно островные вот такие, точнее, как, учитывая то, что тут есть островная местность, тут это как его? Можно будет ну, нормально так изучить, потому что тут как бы границы четкие есть этого всего дела. Прям прошли. 50 тысяч мора дадут. Да. Можно артефакты, наверное, улучшить, да. Бля, чё мне, по-моему, было уже что-то... А, нет, у меня все вот такого уровня. Тихонечко, помаленечку будем прокачивать. максимальный уровень. Ой, упс. Подожди, это все, что ли? Окей. Вот эти 15 тысяч китс нормально так. Если я лучше еще вот эти артефакты, то у меня китс вообще будет где-нибудь, не знаю, может по 20 тысяч хп. Ам. Насколько нам бета предлагает этих камней истока?
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
Видите следующего человека, который решился на забаву. Ну, кстати, вот, как раз таки мы сейчас будем продолжать эту сюжетку. По факту я хочу, знаете, у этой...
Try growing some flowers.
Стоп, подставка под цветы. И сохранить, типа я могу вот так вот оставить цветы мечты. Я понял.
Try growing some flowers of your very own.
Это что это? Облачной травы. Ладно, окей. Мы там... Ладно.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma, the ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some...
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Oh, huh? And who are you?
What? We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and in the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But maybe we should talk to Kurosawa.
Это да, надо спросить его.
I've never even heard of these I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, my own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt.
To be perfectly honest, all I know is that I will perform certain things every month. And it's not just that. I have the...
Does it have to do with the missing...
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was to top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. Which is why I came here in the first place. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself.
Huh. But we better confirm. Let's go round up. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have...
А, вот тут где-то у нас вот...
I've been to the outside world before.
И мы возьмем это задание. Ну, по факту сюжет надо помнить. Давай садить похитить сокровища.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be... Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an...
You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders were. Incoming. Yeah. Boom boom.
Это все.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
So what did you see inside?
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so... But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal?
You've got a deal.
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here, but I...
Yeah. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store. We better talk to this miss. As for you guys, you're free to go.
Yeah, so we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs.
Shut it.
Новыми расписками. Забавно. Миленький пёсель.
Please speak to President Song.
А вот и он. Чего-то она.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Or perhaps there... Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa.
Whoa, whoa! Let's not get ahead. How did Kurosawa end up owing you?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer...
So that's how he was. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? half the price?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculated. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough. So he deemed it necessary to take on the...
Wow. Kurosawa, and no one ever appreciated what he did.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told of course, I'm sure there would still have been. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions, if you're still curious, why don't you go ask him I see. That reminds me, most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to...
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his... In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps... Oh, but before you go...
But we didn't buy...
And don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me...
At least we now know where the emergency provisions were coming from. Let's go talk to Kurosawa.
2000 мор это еще дешево.
What are you doing here all by...
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or... It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I just... Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing a...
Strange. Is that really the kind... I don't really have any such recollection. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself... But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow... And this sword was once... I remember once when I was young. I wanted to sneak out with the blade. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. And said to me...
Hey! If you look carefully, there's... Can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those two words seem to explain taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I get... But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for the... The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people... And the irony of all of it is... Somehow... I'm incapable of being a good person.
Yet another trouble. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all it. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision.
Это, кстати, да.
Let's go find the next parcel.
А, 30 промагов это неплохо так-то по факту. На 44 надо еще немного. Хотя бы 20 примагемов.
The third person who had their vision taken is... Hyman heard that he's the present-day master of This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people...
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but... Things have gotten dangerous before in the past.
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism...
Hey there!
Who are you? don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us. Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No, you got it so wrong. We just came here to,
Какими учениками, что?
Disciples.
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. But then we got here and overheard you talking.
From the way you're dressed, please accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword, and so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly. But then,
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He says the strangest things over and over. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's been possessed by an evil spirit. So, but if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over...
The Grand Narukami Shrine?
you haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have... So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than...
So, losing your vision can cause possession?
Это, кстати, да. 18, 24. Ждем.
So you decided to come. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him when she asked him who the people were. He suddenly... It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew. Others we didn't recognize. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to... The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await... Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If you...
Жалко их, кто потерял возможность. Случайно не учитель?
Who's that sneaking around? We won't let them get away with it. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sight!
How did you... Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? Unless... I guess it's been a few years.
А, это, возможно, тот самый,
Maybe
про
his
которого
skills have improved
говорил
again.
ученик.
Excuse me? And what are you doing sneaking around the...
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in... I don't care to talk about that time anymore.
His senior? Wait.
Anzai? Yes, that's me.
А, про него я подумал.
Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated. When we were young, we trained under the same sword master. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and practitioners of Make Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best sword master barely days into. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you...
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respect. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, so you see, I came here not... Okay, you've heard my story.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go...
You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible?
Nanako, please.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any but spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim, and all is certainly not lost. For I received word not...
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
Госпожа Яя. Знакомая.
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei...
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit...
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask.
That won't be necessary. All that is required... I must leave now, but we will meet soon.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sins?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve...
No, that's not what I meant at all. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself.
Хорошо, Даша. Нет, просто смотрел, типа чат показал то, что 2 зрителя. То есть, как бы, вроде бы, думаю, то, что ты снова вернулась, вот, в общем, как-то так.
Anyway, you should join us too. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples...
Sure! After all, everyone seems... Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out if...
Великий храм руками тысяч верховной жрицей. Хорошо, что я телепорт открыл. Теперь будет удобнее просто передвигаться по этому миру. Точнее, по этому острову.
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Oh, no wonder Junya is so excited. She has a really striking presence.
Не знаю, может быть, Где-то там, не знаю, может еще около 2 часов, потому что по факту я вчера, да, сейчас по времени уже вчера, я где-то 2,5 часа стримил, вот. И как бы, может быть, думаю, так же примерно. Смотря как это сюжет развернется, пойдет. Если там что-то будет душное, неприятное, то, может быть, и не буду. Вот. Еще, конечно, зависит от моего состояния. Типа, если уже совсем я буду, ну, как бы, не в таком трезвом адеквате, вот. Как бы, когда я не смогу, ну, точнее, когда я не смогу нормально управлять и смотреть, куда я иду, то окей. Вот.
Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing. It's not.
Keep away. Keep away from me.
Я, кстати, вот как-то хотел взять и сходить в этот магазин, который, ну, нет, есть на районе, вот. Как бы, типа, ну, по факту он теперь является Ашаном, вот. Но у него было другое немножко название. В общем, хотел взять пару энергетосов, вот, для таких ночных посиделок, так как, типа, там бывает что-нибудь делаю ночью, ну, там, в плане там, какие-нибудь работы пишу или еще что-нибудь. Вот. На себя надо что-то сделать.
I gave up the art of the sword. Please.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right?
Эти госпожи Яэ похожи немножко на каких-нибудь на какого-нибудь персонажа из аниме. Снежный пруга. Сейчас посмотрю, что у меня там за окном хотя бы. Ну, я вот посмотрел, что там на улице. Там по факту ну, по факту там где-то земля, точнее какой-то блин, как он, не тротуар, места, где газоны, там немножко земля, ну как, ну немножко промерзшая, что ли. Вот, то есть там снег лежит, то есть как бы ледяная корка, всякое такое вот. А так по факту, ну, снег не лежит. Вот. То есть как бы нормально все. Ну вот где-то на этой неделе, по-моему, немножко на предыдущей, да, где-то, по-моему, под выходные довольно-таки много было снега. Вроде как. Я, конечно, ну, с высоты, не знаю, с высокого этажа как бы, ну, точно не определишь, как там на улице. Как это ощущается, вот даже вот так вот скажу.
This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
У нее стоп, у нее глаз бога какого?
But then does that mean he...
Типа какого города? Какой страны, точнее даже.
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered as one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament. it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths.
Как в Симсе, да?
As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yi, even without his ambition, why should he suffer?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art. Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that... There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught.
А по-моему, у них, кстати, глаз бога что-то не видно.
Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated...
Lady, I'm not sure.
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise
Давай мне
above the
получится
pain of
этот
these encounters,
зумский глаз бога.
to focus on the way ahead.
Потому что вот учится вот это такого сисерьга, наверное. Сисерьга в виде глаза бога, который на правом это по правом ухе. Вот. То есть это глаз бога и разум. Вот как.
When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. Much like a
Poor sensei.
I'm sorry. It's all Father. Sensei. Onsai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Onsai. Why are there two of you? You're here for revenge, aren't you?
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambition short, now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of...
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if there's a chance they'll end up like me one day? I'd rather they stay where they are now than...
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shi.
Nanako's far from the only one.
Goodness.
You see? Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me. So I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it... So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, you are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name.
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and... But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting... This is my promise. And I humbly ask Ansai.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you, but I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore. Well, don't just stand there staring.
Ученики школы благодаря верховной жрице
So
уходят.
even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady...
So, my intuition, the wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to the... For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child.
She seems super mysterious. We can come back to it another time.
А, теперь Саяка встретится. Аяка, Аяка, Аяка.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Аяка. Милаха.
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah. Short of... Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out...
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Ну да, в принципе, логично. Да.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure is
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can...
Thank you both kindly.
Блин, Аяка такая, реально, то есть, ну, замечательная.
Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen? Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these, but I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you will? Really? Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right all...
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I'd place... Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the
Зато Аяка и Тома снова отводит вас в чайный дом Коморе. Чайный дом в Комарова. На-на-на-на-на-на.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
Ох уж эта походка.
What's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes,
Oh, Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of...
once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a seat.
In any case, we can talk freely here.
Ух ты, так, уже забыл за что, может я не понял. Ну что она за что?
The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of... The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Because of this, the attitude of most people...
How can they be like that?
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Ватацуми. Интересно.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting a...
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sango to say a little more about Sangonomiya. Historically, but I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind... Of course! We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at they invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue...
Ooh, Paimon has a question.
Oh? What would you like to know?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt decree?
To be honest, we do not.
Что?
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to challenging a deity.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and... For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit...
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there...
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who is providing us with counterfeit visions, has...
Darn! So they found out about it?
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu. Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. By no means do we intend... When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. There...
Это достижение куда дали? Умамори, доброта, превосходство. Ну пусть и 3 желания, окей. Причина комиссия Сира. Как-нибудь поговорим, но сейчас мы займемся этим сюжетом все-таки. Мы его, походу, поймали.
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt decree, then you'd better think. Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same.
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even.
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch the. Psst! Huh? There's someone trying to get. Come on! This way.
По-моему, Юмия.
What's going on? Can't you. Shh! Quiet! Hey! This isn't right, you know! Just because you don't have a vision. Huh? Hey, wait!
Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much.
All right, all right.
Wise choice.
What should we do now? He's already given. This is your fault.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks, summer on Narukami Island just wouldn't be the same.
Ну, кстати, Юмия тоже ничего так. В плане, ну, то есть позитивная такая.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction. Paimon.
Stop it, Hanjiro. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too?
Госпожа красота по мановению.
You don't say. Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi has a... But if I just merged straight in there by myself, I'd probably... So, what about it?
Sure, welcome to the team. Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fire.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers and... So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed...
Whoa, talk about a reliable source.
See, not bad, huh? Let's go as soon as...
Time to bring...
Юмия. Ой, чего не то. Реактива. Они его там держат. Сейчас пока телепортируемся. Это, конечно, понимаю, полицейский участок. Вот он задний двор получается. Тайный вход. Полицейский изолятор, окей. В принципе, мне персонаж подходит под этот уровень, да.
Come on, this way. As long as we... I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here. We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare...
you sure?
Yes, you...
Окей.
Speed of light!
Windblade!
Вообще прям идеально.
Talk about a big door. Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Be gone!
I must double track.
Nowhere to hide. Motion to compel. Time for your arraignment.
Watch your step.
Dodge this. Oh, so sorry.
Speed of light.
И
Don't blink.
Allow me.
Cut to the chase.
This fight first. Show me what you've got. I've been bested.
я понимаю, лифт.
Who goes there?
Incoming. Windblade. Boom boom. Speed of light.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Freeze.
With sword comes shadow.
I must withdraw.
Ой, все вроде бы удалили.
Speed of light.
Soldiers, quick! Show me what you've got.
Ну, сейчас мы там сделаем.
Boom boom. Breath of the flame.
Allow me. I dare you.
This moment will be frozen.
Show me what you've got. Don't hold back.
Stronger than I thought.
I dare you.
Incinerate.
Dodge this.
Soldiers, quick!
Speed of light. Cut to the chase.
I won't forget this.
Motion to compel.
Don't hold back. I dare you.
Cool it.
Incinerate.
Don't hold back.
What a...
Таким,
letdown.
I dare you. I've been bested.
Inadmissible evidence. Incinerate.
Dodge this.
Don't hold back.
Windblade, be gone.
Если там что-то есть интересное. А, сундук.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Куда? А, сюда.
Teach me a lesson. I dare you. Show me what you've got.
The law
Эй-эй-эй-эй.
has loopholes.
Show me what you've got.
Oh, so sorry. Freeze.
Don't hold back. Clear cut. Show me what you've got.
Prepare to be blown away!
I dare you. Don't hold back.
Cool it.
Watch your step.
What's the hurry? Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
Teach me a
Cool
lesson.
Freeze.
Show me what you've got.
Cool it. Freeze. This moment will be frozen in time.
Понимаю.
I dare you.
Be gone!
Dodge this.
Don't hold back.
Freeze.
I'll spare nothing.
Cool it.
Allow me to strike first. I've been bested.
Еще сундук, кстати.
Freeze.
Серьезно?
What's the hurry?
Угу. О, закрыл его там. Прям голову какая-то. С помощью этих дверей.
Shh! Quick! That must be Master.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Locking you up was just.
Oh no! Those Tenryo Commission brutes are...
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
I can't bear to watch. If anything...
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
Это Сара.
We were just teaching him a little lesson.
Huh? Who's that?
That's Kojo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
Make way. Let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also...
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Paimon sure wouldn't want to get on her back.
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move while they...
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the right...
Зря она это.
Who is that?
Пойман видно, по-моему.
Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to... Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my...
Fire!
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to distract...
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know. I was particularly proud of this batch.
Серьезно.
Yoimiya, this is turning in...
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is clear! Now...
Yoimiya.
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long.
Come on! We've got no time to lose!
Это как Кадзё Сара. Или как там Кадзё, по-моему, да?
Yes. Leave.
Кадзё.
Before I let my judgment get the better of me. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Ничего себе, у тебя какие двойные стандартные Сара.
Well... You can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
Leave this place.
Еще приманим.
We're finally out of that creepy...
Yes.
Finally, I've made it out of there.
Master Masakatsu, how...
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary.
Thank you. All of you.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him.
Благодаря ей.
Right, Kujusara. Do you think she was making up for how the... It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission. How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
Салют за решеткой. Но суд достижений нам дает. Посетим Масакацу. Это сколько у нас, по-моему, гибов? Точнее, камней столько. 175. Ну, хватит, мне на обкрутку надо. Мне надо вернуться в чайный домик. Вот, я хочу подлечиться. Так, теперь в чайный домик.
I see. So Kujo-Sara stayed her hand. It would appear I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps...
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo-Sara is also carrying out the vision. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act...
True. Though if you ask me, Master we are now one step closer to victory. You're turning out to be even more...
Indeed. Things may have turned out very... But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt Decree, it is time we make ready our next set of...
There's no need to rush, my lady. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we rescued... yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be making preparation, and the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree seems to be...
A ceremony, you say? What?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the...
Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Perhaps a period of rest... Toma, what would you suggest?
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Might I suggest... Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game...
A hot pot game? What's that?
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it a try.
You really do want to play. Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to get... Let's see what we've got here. Nice! You can't go wrong with...
Мне не
Kinda never thought we'd be the only ones to actually put anything edible into the pot. Don't go with... This was possibly the scariest looking hot pot Paimon's ever seen.
You can say that again. But hey, at least I got the most points.
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. The soup flavor was... Even with a traveler's normal ingredients, I still couldn't guess any of them correctly.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? I think the boiling cakes in hot pot... Ugh. They
must apologize. To be perfectly honest.
Uh-oh. I'm definitely not okay.
Через некоторое время.
I feel like a new man.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn.
Guess I've been feeling unlucky recently and wanted the guy. Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I think my luck has already taken a turn for the better. So without further ado, I hereby declare that the...
Oh, brother.
Good effort, team. Another important job to...
Yes. If the Tenryou Commission truly is as busy with preparation and with the extra time, there are some other...
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days rest, downtime is hard to come by these days, so be sure to make the most. I'll tidy things up here and start thinking about our ingredients.
There's gonna be a sequel?
Прямо так удивилась.
Sure, why not? We should play again now that...
Bye, Toma! Seems we won't need to be visiting the Komori tea house.
О, глава завершена, нифига себе. Неизменный бог и... Что там еще было написано? Неизменный бог и вечная утопия. Завершите задание неизменный бог и вечная утопия. Надеюсь, примагиев неплохо. Тест примагемов. Завершите сатары, глава 1. Слушай. Вот оно, типа, частное поручение. И вот, золотой рыбка надо. Так, ну раз уж у нас очень много есть примагемов, напиши ко мне столько. Кстати, как у нас будет, кстати, реально, я так не смотрел ни разу историю. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Да, мы будем крутить этот баннер. Нет, ничего не выпало. Типа рогатка выпала, но не такой себе. Подожди, задание. Это сейчас задание мира. Да, это задание мира, да. Это все на улице у нас эти задания. Ну.
Where do we go from here? What's the plan?
Genshin.
there, Paimon! Hold on!
Huh? Ayaka?
Something has come up, and I would like... But you ought not be nervous. This is not coming from the Yashiro Commission or...
Individual request?
Correct. It concerns... This may seem a little sudden, but in my view, a few days ago, I was sorting through some old family belongings when I found a note. She wrote about all kinds of things, mostly of little consequence. But...
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
Never. And although my mother and father passed away many years ago, so... I am very curious about this mysterious... According to the notebook, their name is Tsubaki. This seems to have been someone...
Paimon thinks it sounds like a girl's name.
That's what I thought too.
So what do you want us to do? Do you need us to find her?
No. Her address is given in the notebook. We can head... Please keep everything I have told you in strict... The proper course of action would be to involve my brother and visit her together. But he is terribly busy at present, and... Exactly. That, and you are also a kind, well-mannered person with a genuine concern for other people.
You can count on us! We've done greeting gifts before, so we should be able to help. In terms of...
Wonderful! In fact, I was hoping to take this...
Oh, we don't mind! We don't mind...
Thank you kindly. Shall we head off then? Ogura...
Alright, sounds...
А, бело-жировый голодин. Получается, вот... А, это задание легенд. Вот. Сколько у меня прямо гемов, мне интересно. Точнее, ко мне столько. 55 плюс 90. 120. Нет, не 120, 140. Ну, кстати, да. 2 задания легенд, кстати, по-моему, где-то в 4 часа, либо в 2 обновляются они. Вот, типа, ежедневное поручение обновляется каждый день в 4:00. Будем это следить за этим.
It's a festival promotion! Hey, speaking of, we haven't been anywhere fun since we arrived in Inazuma.
No! What made you think that? Festivals are a common occurrence here, and each season brings its own festival. And each festival... So, while festivals are undoubtedly... Oh, my apologies. I should stop thinking about work.
Oh, so you weren't checking out the promotion?
Welcome! I have all the latest styles. Please take a look. Oh! It's Miss Kamisato, with guests from overseas.
Oh, greetings to you too. I have a design here.
Oh, Ayaka came...
Let me see.
Could be...
Oh, it's a very... Miss Kamisato, you'd like us to make a kimono following this
Please, if you could.
I'm honored that you'd choose Ogura textiles and kimonos for your... Based on the design... This kind of kimono would require silk made from the silk flower. As you well know, in all honesty, the impact on the textiles industry has been quite significant. We're struggling to import, but of course, where our customers...
So you're saying we need to go...
If even Ogura textiles and kimonos can't get a hold of high...
You could try the International Trade Association. The only thing is their prices.
Huh. So even just... Wait! The International Trade Association?
It looks like that will be our next stop. Thank you ever so much. Oh, in the meantime, I have one other very...
Why is she being so secretive?
Absolute.
Much obliged.
My pleasure, Miss Kamisato. Honestly, I'm just as excited as you to see the end product. We haven't made a silk kimono.
That's very kind. Traveler Paimon, let's try our luck at the...
Да, кстати, здесь надо подобрать вот вещь, а то вот лежит кубок. Приветствую, человек с очень интересным ником. Что? Какой-то F? А к чему такой вопрос и... То есть, вообще зачем тебе это знать? Я тогда точно не могу сказать. Ничего не тут веселяться.
We're looking for the Great Mujina Yokai!
Do you know where it lives?
Great Mujina Yokai?
Huh? You've never... It's a sneaky monster that goes around playing tricks on people. It's got magic powers. One time, the Great Mujina Yokai stole some rice from our...
Sounds like a very naughty little monster.
Cause we finally found out how to chase it up.
My dad said that the Great Mujina Yokai likes to play tricks on people who... So all we need to do is chase it away. Then we can come out...
This monster sounds scary, though. Surely your parents must...
Oh, not really. I told my dad that I was gonna... So we think it must be weak right now. It's
Yeah. So, as long as we get home before it gets a...
Something sounds very strange about all this. But Paimon can't say exactly what it is. Yeah, Paimon feels like the Great Mujina Yokai is one of those storybook monsters that doesn't exist in the real world. We should tell them so they don't waste all... Oh, children! Listen up! There's no need to go looking...
Huh?
No way!
That's impossible!
Your folks are just worried about you is all. They don't want you wandering too far from...
That's not true. Yeah! Yoimiya's even making some weapons for us. And then she's...
Yoimiya, huh?
We told her all about the Great Mujina Yokai. She said we shouldn't be scared of...
We've been waiting for ages now. And finally, Yoimiya said that today's the... Yoimiya plays with us until... But... Come on, let's get out of here and go find Yoimiya.
Wait! Hold on! Don't go! They didn't seem to take that very well. Who knows what Yoimiya's got to do with this? Let's follow the kids and see what's...
Детей имею, забавно. Кстати, бабочка... Блин, не успел ее поймать, но... Вот Юми.
Cheer up, guys. Don't be so down. She was only joking back there. How could the Great... But we've never seen it for our... That's because the Great Mujina Yokai is extra powerful. And... It's okay. Don't be discouraged. Hey, even if you can't find it right now, it'll definitely show up before the fireworks show. No matter how powerful the great Mujina yokai might be, it's no match for my... It's up to you guys to protect your homes, your crops, and...
Got it. Thanks, Miss Yoimiya. We'll
Oh, yeah. Hold up a sec. I have a few slips of paper for you guys. One each. Remember to give it to your... Just tell them it's from Yoimiya. They'll know what it's about.
Okay. Thank you, Yoimiya.
Oh, thanks, Yoimiya. Come play with... Sure thing. Will do. Take care on the way back, and I'll see you later.
Все-таки Мия классная, как и Яяка.
So it was you guys. I guessed as much from the way the great Mujina yokai is pretty popular with the kids, so...
Okay, but it definitely...
Yeah, the first time I heard about it, I knew straight away that was probably something... But when the kids asked me about it, I didn't want to break it to them. I just told them that it looks cute and like... So, I guess now the kids...
Huh. So in a way, this monster is all a product of your...
Maybe so. In any case, I'm not gonna... Sure, it's likely that the parents just wanted to stop the kids from staying out all the time. If I just go ahead and tell them that the great Mujina yokai doesn't exist without knowing the full story... Besides, they're just kids. They should be allowed to believe it if it makes them happy. Heck, I entertain my fair share of fantasies too. The fire diamond that spins around and shoots out lights that are all the colors of the rainbow. Ooh, I know that they don't really exist, but I still enjoy believing in them. If someone came up to me and started telling me to stop being so I'd give them the evil eyes and tell them to get the heck out of my face because it's just right. So what if it's made up? It's also really awesome and kind of magical. So it's not up to anyone else to tell me what's what.
Это да.
The things we believed and the experiences we had when we were young turn into our priceless treasures as we grow up. When you were kids, surely you guys believed in things like heroes who slew dragons and sacred swords that cut through darkness. If we tear apart these kids' fairy tales now, what else do we have to tell them? That Inazuma's locked down? All the...
Yeah! Oh, way too early. For sure.
Whether you understood me or not, don't you worry. Okay, it's about time I headed back. The Naganohara
fireworks show?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why our name is on the event. It's well known throughout Oh, on the subject, are you busy these days? If not, then you should totally come along. I'll prepare an extra pretty firework just for you. In that case, come with me to Naganohara. We'll go see my boss. Inazuma is home to the Yai Publishing House, and a lot of people who like to write stories too. In fact, most of what... A lot of them have bad endings though. Like, the fire diamond will get put in a rich person's gallery where it will never be ignited again. Or, someone will see the mist spirit and not manage to catch it, but because they angered it, it'll never show itself again. The hero who slays the dragon becomes the next dragon. The sacred sword that once fought the darkness now becomes a doomsday weapon. I know these kinds of stories are all the rage nowadays, but I really can't bring myself to like them. If something's magical, it should be kept that way.
Да, чтобы я... А, то есть я сразу должен дойти до задания, быть окей.
Hey, Pups, I'm back!
The fireworks show is almost upon us. And oh, new faces? Who are these two?
A bit of both, actually. They arrived in Inazuma just recently.
Well, either way, come on in and have a seat.
That can wait. Pups, I need to ask you about something. Pops has started telling us. Sorry about this. Ever since Pops had his accident, his ears don't work.
Really? But for a moment there...
Much later, people eventually realized that if you grind...
Pops, wait!
Huh? What?
Did they deliver those firework materials that we ordered yet?
Oh! Yesterday's fireworks have all been delivered.
No, Pops, I meant the materials.
Today's fireworks are almost ready too. Don't you worry.
No, Pops, the materials. The raw materials.
Sorry?
Materials!
Нифига себе.
Oh, the materials!
Yes! Sorry. Paimon got all excited because you...
The materials aren't here yet. The couriers did come over to...
No worries. As long as we know, that's fine. We can...
Of course.
Oh, sorry if we were a little loud. It's always the way, though. It's like that every time I need to ask Pop something. That's my Pops. He's a good person, all right. Because my Pops is deaf, he never argues with anyone and never contradicts them. He just listens cheerfully. When I was little, I thought it was because he really understood me and agreed with whatever I had to say. So, eventually, I realized that the reason he was like that was that he's deaf. But I still tell him stories.
Huh? What?
It just makes me happy to see him smile. And it keeps him from being lonely, right? Anyway, more importantly right now, the fireworks show is right around the corner and the
Yoimiya?
Oh, you scared?
Sorry.
Hold on.
А кто это там сидит?
No one's looking. Okay.
Еще один человек страждал.
We're lucky that no one from the Tenryo Commission was around. Otherwise, we'd all...
Sorry, I guess I was a little rash, but when I heard you come back...
Don't worry, Sakajiro. So far, at least, we're going to look for firework materials shortly. While we're out...
Thank you for all your help.
He's one of our old customers. He came back to Inazuma from the outside world not long ago. While he was smuggling himself in, the Tenryo...
An arrest warrant?
Shh! Keep it down! We don't... If Sakajiro was caught, there's no knowing what crimes they could charge him with. All we can do is find him a boat and send him out of Inazuma again. Yeah, we know it's going to be dangerous, but...
What if the boat capsizes? If things are this bad, couldn't you just...
Well... But as soon as I got back, I started hearing about all these unbelievable... I didn't want to cause any trouble for Yoimiya or Mr. Ryunosuke, but I'm very grateful.
Hey, no worries. You're more than welcome. Remember what I said? As long as you've got...
Little piece of paper?
Yep, the same paper slips as the one I gave to the kids earlier. Whenever a customer orders fireworks for a commemorative, only people from inside my family can understand what's written on it. It's the recipe. If someone shows a Naganohara that paper slip, we guarantee we can make the exact same...
Wow! That is so awesome!
Это да.
It's a family tradition. All our regular customers know about...
The slip I have is from back when my parents ordered fireworks from Mr. Ryunosuke. Now that I think about it, it must be nearly 20... I would have thought that things...
It'll be fine. Escaping in a boat is just a last resort for if there's no other way. Whatever their reasons might be, if our customers come to us looking for help...
Thank you. This way, I still have some time to consider my options.
All right. Well, let's not stay out here in the open for too long.
All right. I'll leave it to you then.
It's a shame. They still wouldn't give him a permit. Even though... Speaking of, you guys only got here recently. How did you manage to get a permit?
Even then, we only got through thanks to some help from Miss Hiragi Chisato of the Kanjo Commission.
I see. So you had big shots helping you. I guess that won't be of much... I just wish the commissions could be a little... I bet nowhere else you've been is quite like Inazuma, huh?
Места, которых вы побывали, не похожи на Иназуму, так же?
Well, no matter what, I have to find a way to help him. I'm sorry. I invited you to come watch the fireworks. You don't have to join me if you don't want to. I can go sort out the firework materials in the boat by myself. And then you can come meet me back at the house later. Oh, cool! Then let's start with Sakajiro's boat. Oh yeah! If it's fine with you, can I ask how you two first met?
She saved me from drowning this one time, and
Кстати, казалось бы, вроде бы только вчера был 45-й ранг у меня, а уже половина почти ранга наполнилась.
Nothing. I'm just quite envious of your relationship. If my pops had a person like you around, his being deaf wouldn't hold things up all the time. Why do you look so excited?
because you said person and not floating child or mascot.
Dream of being
Забавно.
Koichi, I'm here. How is the boat coming along?
Yeah, it's, all right, I get. Wait, should we really?
Oh, don't worry. They're my friends. You can trust them. They can...
Yeah, you could say we're all in the same.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to doubt you. I'm just being.
Huh? Why?
Because of the Sokoku decree, the Tenryou Commission is really suspicious of any kind of seaborne vessel. Even the smallest ones, they'll...
I understand. I'm sorry.
Don't be silly. I'm actually happy you came to me for help. I've always come to you for fireworks, and again this time. So just consider this my way of saying thank you. Right, I'll go fetch the...
Thank you. Oh, if it's on the way, you can always pick up your fireworks from my house. Everything was made and...
All right then. The fireworks show will be starting soon, won't it? You should make sure you're new.
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, you know what? You should tell them about your past.
That's a long story, actually. Maybe...
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll leave it.
Lucky you reminded me. Otherwise, I would have... I've been so busy with the fireworks business these past few days that I haven't had a moment to stop and chat with anyone. Of course, Pops is happy to listen to me chatter away, but because he can hardly hear anything, it's difficult. And I'm doing it again, aren't I? What I meant to say was... While Koichi is bringing the boat, I need to make fireworks not just for you guys, but for those kids and Sakajiro as well. We're missing a lot of materials. It'll be fine. It's actually like this every year. There's always a but. When people want fireworks, it's always because they have something to commemorate. And if they miss the chance, they might never get another one. So, no matter how busy I am...
So, what you're trying to say...
Oh, I do! I really do! Being born into a family of fireworks makers, I feel like since I was a kid, I've been obsessed with watching things... But what I really wanted to say was, don't worry about me. It'll all be fine. Sorry. It's just that good conversation can be as fleeting as fireworks sometimes, you know? So, when I'm in the mood and I've got a lot to say, I just have to get all out there in one... Let's head to the city. I think I'll try my luck with some people that I know.
Question! Doesn't it hurt your voice talking all the time?
It can get uncomfortable, I guess, but what else would I be using my voice for?
Huh. You kinda have a point.
Это прям как... Кто? Как Кинь-Фэнь в Людей. Он тоже... бывает как разговориться по поводу законов и по поводу дел о прав граждан.
Oh, here we are. Hello, Morihiko.
Yoi Mia. No need to beat around the bush. You're here for the fireworks.
Huh? Really?
Because a fireworks show is coming up. And that usually means you'll be running all over the place trying to get your hands on some... I've come to expect it now.
Oh, I'm so sorry for bothering...
Come on now. You know... What about you two? Are you the ones needing some fireworks made? It's no trouble at all. Once when I had an argument with my son, Yoimiya, I'm hopeless at communicating with him. If it wasn't for Yoimiya...
Nah, he was never gonna come to that. He's a sensitive kid and he cares a lot about your feelings. Maybe if you turn that frown upside down once in a while, he might feel more at ease.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably too serious. Which is strange, because I don't think I'm anything like that when I'm talking.
Don't worry about it. No one's perfect. Even if it's not fireworks related, I'll happily oblige.
All right then. Everyone's always saying, go ahead and take the ore, by the way.
Oh, no you don't.
Don't worry, just take it as...
Gratitude won't pay your bills, though. Don't do this to me.
I already said it's fine. Please, just take it. Surely you...
Well, how about this then? I'll record this in my notebook, and we can consider it a down payment.
There's no convincing you, is there? All right then. If you pass on my regards to your dad, tell him more he...
Will do. You look after yourself as well. Don't push yourself too...
Everyone seems to really like you, Yoimiya.
You're not the first person to say that. In fact, some people think I'll literally do any feat. When that happens, I say to them, hey, this is a fireworks store. We do fireworks. But they don't always listen, so it can't be helped. Anyway, we've gotten all the materials we need now. Next, we just need to go find someone to...
Немножко даже Емея напоминает Эмбер. Ну и еще кого-нибудь из старых персонажей.
Mr. Aminoma, it's...
Ah, Yoimiya. If I'm not mistaken...
Seems like everyone knows how busy Yoimiya...
I'm very sorry. Would you be able to wait for a while?
No worry. Oh, wait. Actually, how about this? Do you need a hand? As long as we can get through your order...
That will depend on my...
Oh, you don't mind, do you, Mr. Aminoma? As you know, it's not long now until the... There's still a lot of fireworks left to make. If I don't finish...
Talkative as ever, I see. Dear, the essence of Amenoma art is patience and focus. If you badger Hajime like this, you will...
But this is a special circumstance, surely! The Naganohara fireworks show is...
So give me your ore, and I will process it for you.
Huh? Master, you mean...
Is that so surprising? It is after...
Thank you for helping out, Mr. Aminoma!
You're quite welcome. The Naganohara fireworks show is an important event. This, but Yoimiya, you should plan things more carefully in the future.
I'll try my best. In the future, I'll get some extra materials in to cover...
Though for you, dear child, no matter how much you... Excuse me.
Wow, Mr. Aminoma! Just look at the shape and size of these grains! It's been a while since I've seen you take up your tools, but it looks like your craft hasn't degraded.
Of course. I have studied these techniques...
So have Amenoma Art and Naganohara Fireworks been working together for a long...
Back in the day, it was my master, and Ryunosuke's father. The people may have changed from one generation to another. Hajime, in the future, this will...
I know.
All right. Okay, time to head off. Koichi probably isn't back just yet, but let's go wait for him.
Он притащит лодку или нет?
Just as I thought, he isn't back yet. But sorry for dragging you with me everywhere.
Feels like Paimon has barely spoken a word this whole trip.
I felt like I was neglecting you guys. So, I wanted to find an... When we first met, I was in a hurry. We didn't have a chance to sit down and have a... You guys are travelers, right? So, where else did you go before coming to Inazuma? Ooh, sounds great! I heard they pretty much have no rules over there, right? So, my pops actually received a gift from one of his old customers over there. It was from the...
Dawn Winery! Their dandelion...
Yes, that's the one! I remember when he drank it. I've never seen him enjoy a bottle of wine so much in his life. My friend once said to me that only people with a strong will and a clear purpose decide to go traveling. Maybe it's to... So, what made you guys embark on your treacherous journey to Inazuma?
And to find a lost family member, too.
You were separated from your family because of a god? Oh, that must be really tough. I get it. Well, if that's how it is, then that's how it is. Unlike the outside world, what Inazuma seeks is eternity. In other words, a state of tranquility. The advantage of that is that if you're ever tired from your journey, Inazuma's a great place to come and rest. Let me put it this way. I was just worried that you might be getting weary. And if you keep pressing on in that state, you might start to lose sight of the...
Sometimes.
When you're exhausted, everything becomes an uphill struggle. Even trying to have fun. You won't be able to enjoy An adventurer friend of mine once told me that if you're too focused on reaching the end of the race, you'll miss a lot of opportunities and precious moments to be had along the way. Don't worry though, I'm sure I can think of some way to get you. And you're here now, so even if you're gonna leave eventually, who knows? Once you're reunited with your family, maybe you'll find Inazuma the right kind of place to call home. I already have an idea of the color and type of firework.
Yoimiya, I'm back. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head over to the boat. Or, okay, good. Let's go then. Just...
If it can withstand the storms out on the ocean...
Absolutely. Rest assured that the quality...
Где она? А, вот она.
That's way too small.
Can't be helped, I'm afraid. This is the biggest and sturdiest boat that I can provide. It's built from the finest. Still, I'll be the first to...
I'm also hoping Sakujiro won't have to use it. It's just I gotta say though, Koichi,
I'm not the one you should be praising. To avoid detection, we each worked on our own materials separately. This is the largest we could afford to build. Any bigger and the...
Let's store the boat here for now then. I'll fill
Uh-oh. Paimon feels really worried all of a sudden.
Maybe it does, but I knew what I was getting into from the moment I agreed to help him. My family has pretty good connections with the Yashiro Commission. We work very closely with them. And whenever there's a national event of any sort, the other two commissions, as long as I'm polite and respectful and don't cause a fuss, they won't look to cause trouble for me. And anyway, to your point about collaboration, you've been helping out.
That's true. This was all a collaborative effort. Wait. Oh no!
Ah, so you're seasoned crooks already, eh? Anyway, thanks for everything, Koichi. And your fireworks are ready, so just go pick them up from my house whenever you want. While you're there, you can get my...
Oh, don't worry about paying anything. Third Sis would be sure to scold me.
Who's Third Sis? Oh, let me explain this one. It's a story my pops told me. There used to be a thriving merchants guild in Inazuma. At one point, there were a dozen or so kids born around the same time to the families of the guild. They all grew up together, each of them learning. They were a tightly knit group of friends. But eventually, they all grew up and decided it was inevitable that business would send them all to different corners of the world, and that they'd have...
That's right. Just before we went our separate ways, the eldest of the group suggested that we should all go...
They were all very ambitious types, and each had their own knack for doing... After that, he hardly saw them. But whenever one of them...
Yeah. No matter how close you and your friends are, there's always going to be some distance after being separated for a long time. But as soon as the fireworks... To us, those...
Oh, so this is what you meant when you were talking about
Yep, that's exactly right. That's why I can't let people... Anyway, I need to go update Sakujiro.
Yeah, I should get out of here too.
Okay, story time. So, whenever Koichi brings one of his friends from the trade association to see me, they always mention...
Телепортируем все сначала сюда, потом пойдем туда, в этот дом.
But there are so many of them in that friendship group, and I don't remember anything from that age anyway, so I never have a clue who they are. One time, he shows up with another one of his friends, and the friend asks me if I remembered him. So I'm like, yes, I do! You held me once when I was just a baby. The boat is ready and waiting. I'll mark the location for you on the map.
After how much effort it took to get back in, it's hard to convince...
Well, they won't look much better if you get caught. I'm afraid that sooner or later they are going...
I'm sorry. I'll make sure to get out of here before...
I didn't mean it like that. If we ever ran into any... But if the Tenryou Commission does catch up...
Okay, I won't let... But... No,
Why did you want to come back to Inazuma
I didn't used to like this place at all. That's why I left. But looking back on things, once I started to realize that, I got restless. So I... Forget it. What does it matter now?
What a pity.
Talk to us about it.
If only there was no Sakoku decree, huh? Anyway, don't worry. We're not going to bother you about it. We'll keep trying to... The Tenryou Commission. If only they weren't so overzealous, there might be a way... Oh, that's right! That elderly couple, old customers of ours, their son's in the Tenryou Commission. That's it. I'll go talk to them.
Are you...
Oh, don't worry about that. They're... Alright, you should get back and... Okay, let's... Wait, hang on. What about the fireworks? All those materials? Pops? Pops? No, never mind. I know! I'll write him a note.
Ahem. Why did you cut Paimon off earlier?
Because what he needs isn't an answer. Just time.
У нас видит карта.
Well, if it isn't Yoimiya, are these two your...
Yes, they're travelers from afar. Outsiders have a very difficult...
Indeed, these are unprecedented times, but...
Oh, before...
Oh, thank you, dear. Your family is so good to... I wonder if I'll still be around to see the next heir of Naganahara fireworks.
Of course you will. You're both in great health. Don't say things...
We aren't as young as we once... It used to be that I could spend all day working the land. I wanted to do some weeding yesterday, but as soon as I bent down...
No worries. Say no more.
No. I'll just go fetch the tea and some snacks.
It's fine. It's not like it's the first time I've helped you with chores. I just haven't had much time recently.
It's no trouble.
Oh, you're such good kids. As for mine, if you're quite sure it's no trouble, then...
Sure. The old folks aren't very mobile, so come on, let's help them out. We'll get rid of...
Я понимаю, постреляем все сорняки.
Yeah, you got it! And that should just about do it. Satoru is on the other side of the village. Let's go see him now. Hey, you been?
Yeah, same as usual. Not.
All thanks to the support of our loyal customers. We sold some fireworks to Liu a while back, and word is, they were a real hit.
That must mean a lot more work for you, though. If it gets too much, don't forget.
We should be fine. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, thank you so much. But then I tried some of Mrs. Imatani's homemade stuff, and I could.
Speaking of your family, how's everyone doing?
They're doing well. We have the occasional. Being close to family is better than never getting to see them. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Imatani seem to have a great relationship. But still, they must get lonely with their child never visiting.
Huh, they didn't seem that way to me. I think they're just used to it. You make a good point, though. I should drop by more often in the future. That way...
Oh, I'm sure they'd love that. As would all of us in Konda Village. You're always welcome.
Thank you! Now that we finished all the chores, it's time to talk to the Imatanis about Sakujiro.
Живая пара, где она?
That was quick. Younger
people have bundles of energy, and older people have a wealth of wisdom. Each have...
Speaking of youth, do you...
Oh, so it has. Goodness.
50 years since what?
Well, if you must know, it was 50 years...
Oh, stop trying to impress them. We both know you were the one who was hopelessly smitten and...
Well, maybe you're right. 50 years ago, I proposed to my wife at the Naganahara fireworks show. To tell the truth, I was still a little uncertain. I wasn't sure. Even as it was rising up into the sky, I still... But then it exploded, the sky lit up. I looked back at her. Before I knew what was happening, apparently...
50 years. In some ways, it's a long time, but 50 years of being together?
I had no idea it was your 50th anniversary. If I'd
Oh, no, it's quite all right. We always set off. Seeing that firework go off takes us right back to those days. Even at this age, we still look back.
Ah, what a great...
Enough about us, though. Yoimiya.
Yeah, it's a...
Sakujiro.
Huh?
He was our boy's best friend when they were young. They were inseparable, but one day...
Sakujiro seemed to feel that Inazuma was too peaceful, but our Keisuke took after his father and mother. He felt that... You know what children are like, and they...
I see.
Keisuke said nothing to me or my wife about the fight. Eventually, whether out of pent-up anger or for some other reason.
If it was anything else, I could talk to Keisuke. But since it's Sakujiro...
What a strange coincidence! I understand now. When I asked Sakujiro why he came back, he just said, because... Now I finally understand why he can't just... Two best buddies in childhood. One grows up to join the Tenryou Commission, the other grows up... Well, no worries. We can find some other way to help Sakujiro. There's no need to make things difficult for you.
Yes.
I think after all these years...
Well, can't say we didn't try. I'll let Sakujiro know after we get back.
Если мы сюда телепортируемся.
Yoimiya, something bad's happened.
Huh? What, Pops, are you alright? They didn't do any-
I told them the show was starting soon and the place was filled with fireworks, so they shouldn't go in because it's a fire hazard. But they didn't listen. It seemed like they knew. Luckily, Sakujiro heard them coming in time and managed to escape through the window.
Oh, this is bad news. I don't think Sakujiro had enough time to make his mind. Pops, did you see where— Oh, the Tenryou Commission will definitely be chasing after him. Good point. Names. We need names. So the Commission wouldn't normally cause this big of a fuss over a stowaway.
Sorry, my ears are no good. And I didn't get a good look at them either. I wish I'd caught their names.
As it happens, I did. I was getting some ore from my friend's place and happened to bump into them. I think their leader's name was Keisuke, Just
as I thought. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, those two running into each other won't solve anything. We can't let that happen. Come with me. Let's try.
Ой, когда этот квест уже закончится? А, вот. Вроде как уже, да, заканчивается. Я по награде.
It's Masazaka and his friends. Let's.
Hi, Yoimiya. Are the weapons to scare away the great Muji?
Oh, Mr. Ryunosuke is making them right now. You can go, I'm sorry. I have something, but I'll bring you guys some candy next time. The extra— Yeah! Also, I wanted to ask you guys something. Yep, we did.
Are they trying to catch—
No, don't worry. Be good kids and stay out of trouble, all right? Stay in the—
We will. We'll be on our—
It looks like this is the right way. Let's get going. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, I guess I'll have to step in. Look! There are people from the Tenryou Commission over there! It must be them!
Sorry, official business. I can't let you pass.
Sakujiro and Keisuke are up ahead, right? We need to talk—
Didn't you hear me? You're not getting—
Ugh, what a nuisance!
Ну, займи, играем.
I must withdraw. I must withdraw.
Fire hazard! That didn't count! Here come the fireworks!
I must withdraw.
Классно, еще мне это... Получается, их это разваливает.
How dare you impede the work of the Tenryou Commission? You will be punished for your— There is nowhere you can escape justice. Not even a—
Look at that! We can't waste any more time on these guys. Let's push on. They should be just ahead.
Your skills with the sword have stagnated, Sakujiro. You should have known that you stood no chance against him.
I never imagined I'd fall into your hand. If this is to be my fate,
But your return says that you finally came around him.
Whatever you say.
You will return with me to the Tenryou Commission to await your sentencing. The one who made this boat will also be punished.
Wait! It doesn't have to end like this! Don't you—
Hey, I know you. You're Naganahara's girl, who makes the fireworks. I know you like to get involved.
It's okay, Yoimiya. The past is the past.
And why did you risk life and limb to get yourself back into Inazuma? And why were you so reluctant? I'll tell you why. This is why. This is the
I have nothing to say to. He's a criminal. I work for the Tenryou. Out of respect for the friendship we once had, I gave him a chance to fight for his freedom. But his—
What are you talking about? You left all your subordinates back there to guard the road, making sure no one else followed you here. Seems to me like I can see it in your faces. You both have so much to say.
Tuh. Don't flatter yourself. What would—
Yoimiya, leave it.
No, I won't leave it. I will not stand by and— Keisuke, you seem to like settling things with a duel, so let's do it your way. If I win, then you need to say everything, and the same goes for you, Sakujiro. If I win, you will tell Keisuke exactly why you came back. If you don't say anything now, you may—
And if you lose?
Then I'll admit to collaborating with Sakujiro and accept the Tenryou Commission's punishment.
Yoimiya? I accept.
Нифига себе условия.
We're here to back you up.
Back up? Duels are supposed to be one-on-one! Alright, that's it! Let's help Yoimiya! We can't let her fight—
Не, Yoimiya развалит его. Просто вообще критует. Я так понимаю, она накладывает себе такой эффект, что поэтому критые такие огромные появляются.
Sir, they are too strong. We need more—
Stand.
What?
I thought I told you to stay.
Yes, sir.
Young lady, you are just as— Why were you so convinced that we had things to say to—
Because Sakujiro may not— Then your parents told me about what happened between you when you were younger. Once I'd heard the story, and that's why I simply refuse to believe that you have nothing to say to— Nobody sets off a firework to feel lonely.
The reason I came back is that it wasn't that I'd changed my mind. I just felt that what I'd done in the past was to try. I saw the freedom of Mondstadt, the contracts of Liyue, the wisdom of Sumeru. I was glad that I'd left Inazuma, but then I happened to— I was an escapee, and I was proud of that. What I should have tried to do is take the good things—
So that's why you came back? Out of your naive hope of changing the way—
No, I let go of all those delusions of grandeur. I just felt that—
Huh?
I don't know about you, but life hasn't been— But I just had to come back and visit. It was like fate was calling me, and I could—
Life isn't easy for anyone. I truly worship the Raiden Shogun. Her ideas were my personal but now, my role is to punish violators of the Sakoku Decree and confiscate people's visions. I do wonder, am I really— The boat is yours.
Huh?
I couldn't make you stay in Inazuma, but that doesn't mean I want to keep you here, but—
what will you say to—
Don't worry about that. I'll handle it. If you want to come back, I hear the process of returning to Inazuma. I will lend you my help, but until then— And don't kick the bucket.
Don't worry, Keisuke. Any chance we can watch the fireworks together?
Maybe.
Какие не нашли общий язык.
I'll be done. It's not like me to give in to childish sentiment like this. I can't explain why I went through with it. It's the one that Sakujiro planned on using for his escape. I asked Yoshitaka and the others to transport it here, citing the temporary contraband storage clause. Forcing Sakujiro to this spot was also something It's just like you said, Yoimiya. Even though I hadn't fully made up my mind.
But I think you did the right thing. And look—
I understand now. Thank you. I didn't know you were quite so perceptive.
That's only because I know your parents so well. They're both real—
I had heard there was a new Naganohara running things these days. Little loud and reckless, maybe, but— By the way, Naganohara fireworks can reproduce the firework that the two of us set off back then, right?
Sorry, no can do. Without the slipper reference, I can't make the same one again. And,
Never mind then.
Don't get too down just yet, though. I can't make another one, but I'm guessing Sakujiro probably won't be needing his anymore. It'd be a shame for it to go to waste, so I'll make—
Thank you very much.
No worries. And Yoimiya, the way you took— What can I say? I like to talk. I'm a strong— If you're not willing to communicate, then the problem just sits there. If you just keep staring at it without— Sakujiro and Keisuke can't turn back the clock in their relationship, but anyway, follow me. I'll bring you to the perfect place to— My pops will set off the firework that—
Пройтись к месту. Хотя бы недалеко. Смогу ли я? Я не смогу его забрать.
Huh? Oh, it's... Keisuke.
So, Yoimiya, these fireworks, what do they mean to you? Yoimiya? Shh. Huh? Oh.
That was amazing. It was so beautiful. I didn't actually cry though, right? I just feel a bit misty-eyed. Oh, remember that big one that went up first? The gold— That's the one I had Pops make for you.
Oh, Paimon's side! He would—
That's what I wanted to hear. No matter where your journey takes you, and no matter what hardships might lie ahead, I hope you'll always— I believe that as time goes by, this firework will— Oh, and also, you're technically my customers now. Here, this is your paper slip. If you ever want to see that golden firework again—
You know, Yoimiya, you seemed to turn into a completely different person during the fireworks. You were so
Oh, I can hear you. I just have a habit of being silent while I'm watching fireworks. Quietly watching something you made with your own hands rise into the sky? It feels— You asked me what fireworks mean to me, right?
Yep. Well, for Koichi, who built the boat for us, and his friend, Third Sis, for Keisuke's, and for Keisuke and Sakujiro. Oh, yeah!
As for me, to be honest,
Seriously? Huh.
Well, no one's ever asked me this before, so I've never really settled on an answer. It was by chance that I happened to be born into the Naganohara family, so it was by chance that I ended up— It's also by chance that I've met so many people, learned so many things, and discovered that people associate what— Fireworks that disappear in a flash of light are probably the furthest thing away from the eternity that are— But people's feelings don't just disappear, and it's those feelings that give fireworks their purpose. If nobody wanted to watch— Also, consider this. You have to have the Naganoharas because so many people are emotionally invested. If we didn't exist, their wishes would go unfulfilled, wouldn't they? You know, I don't really think about complicated, but I'm proud that I was born into the Naganohara family and have the chance to make so many pretty fireworks.
А, ну, кстати, как раз таки с 90 будет. Кстати, а почему? Ежедневные задания должны были появиться же. Странно. А как найти вот это все выполню? Ах, да, тут же это... Не цвет камень. Чьи... Камень... Да. Хочу просто залезть на дерево.
Speed of light.
О. Кстати, надо попробовать снова доплыть еще. Как раз таки у нас есть место там, где этот причал. Не знаю, он там хранится или еще там он или нет. А, не хранится.
Prepare to be blown away.
Так, минус попа минус 3, минус 4.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
А, вот, кстати, вон. Это сортирщик подземелья. Еще как примеров. Чекаем истока. Стоп, а где? А, вот он. Ну, вроде как я все собрал. Что-то те расследования в горшках напоминают Assassin's Creed истоки. Да. Ну или это Одиссею, кто его знает. В общем. Процесс, что там 29% интересно, да. Вот. Вроде как мы все, что хотели, сделали, да. Я, конечно, проверил. Ой, не то. Надо 29 печати, один ключ от спальницы. Кстати, что будет, если, смотрите, если я возьму и уйду из игры? Просто интересно, сработает ли это или нет. Захожу по новой. Нежных, походу, нет, еще не появились. На этом прекрасном моменте я сейчас на каком-нибудь хорошем фоне стану. Ну, вот, примерно вот здесь, да. Вот на этом хорошем, замечательном фоне я буду заканчивать. Этот, такой, почти, хотел сказать, почти 4-часовой стрим, нет. 3-часовой стрим, да. Вот. Так что... сюжет в зуме очень довольно-таки интересный, да. Как и, в принципе, и в Рио, да. А в Mondstadt, Mondstadt там чисто это знакомительный сюжет, то есть там как бы...
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
Тоже все классно, но... то есть история Рио и Инадзума, они просто, мне кажется, они вышли чуть лучше, чем история с ужасом бури, то есть с Двалином, вот. В общем, как-то так. Ладно. Теперь я точно уже все буду заканчивать. Всем, кто заходил, кто смотрел этот стрим, или кто будет просматривать этот стрим, всем спасибо за внимание, за просмотр. Вот. Всем удачи и... не знаю, всем спокойной ночи, либо всем доброго утра уже, судя по времени, вот. И... да пребудут с вами силы всегда.